Fingers crossed. I think. Maybe. Entertain while I test.
Entertain? Oh, we've got ads. Are we actually going live?
Yes.
Nice.
No, it's already live.
Yeah, I know.
And talk to the people. They're all here to see you, not me.
I'm sure at least a little bit is you.
No.
There we go. What?
You need to talk to the people now. They're all here to see you.
You're the host.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Hello! See, Liddy says, hey, Ben.
Hello.
Oh, this bodes really well, doesn't it? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for joining. Ben's super excited and not at all nervous, are you, Ben?
not in the slightest.
God, Ben. How is everyone? How has everyone's Saturday been? It is quite warm here in the UK, though it is cooling down a bit.
A little bit. I don't know if it's going to keep like that though.
It's meant to rain all the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed you can hear both of us as we're sharing a mic.
Off to a good start talking about the weather.
Talking about the weather, that's true. We are British.
Mm-hmm.
It's our pastime. Oh my gosh, it's really warm. I'm already really warm. If we'd used the different mic, I could have turned the fan on. Can't do that. It'll pick up the fan if I turn it on this mic. Oh my gosh. Has anyone been reading manga? Has anyone been reading isekai? Should all be reading some isekai, just saying.
Isekai month.
Well done, Ben.
I have heard about this isekai month.
Have you? I'm already super warm. Oh my god, I forgot everything. At least I've got water. Yes. So, in case anyone is unaware, this is Ben. Say hi, Ben.
Hello.
Ben is my partner. Ben is behind the camera.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Apart from today, where he begged to go on a live stream. It's not quite true, is it? I was like, Ben, let's do a live. You can be in front of the camera. And you went, okay.
And everyone can get their questions answered.
Everyone can ask you all their burning questions. All ones that I forgot to say.
Yeah.
It's okay. I remember some of them. Everyone remember to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is really good. And I also remember to talk towards the microphone and not away from the microphone. I don't know how bad the lag is on this, but there is definitely going to be lag. But I will still try and respond in a vaguely timely manner, however long YouTube lets me reply. What have we got? How's the temperature in the basement? Temperature in the basement is amazing. It is like 12 degrees. I'm sure DB Otaku is positively an icicle at this point, but at least he's not melting. I don't know which is better, melting or icicle.
Is that the first question?
That's the first question, Ben. Would you rather be an icicle or a puddle?
I'd rather be an icicle.
That was quite quick an answer.
I don't feel like either would be productive, but I feel like I can get more done as an icicle.
What? Oh, we've got the attic, which is like burning temperatures. So one of us can go in the attic and one of us can go in the basement.
That's when you evaporate. It's the 3 states of matter.
What about the 4th state? Is that the garage?
Plasma.
Oh my gosh, we sound good. Oh, thank God. I completely forgot I asked if the audio is okay. Well, that's good. I don't know if music's playing. I don't have any sound on this monitor that I'm using, so I'm winging it. If there's no music, whoops. If there is music, it's too loud. Whoops. Mangi has isekai cry. I've been reading from far away. Is that an isekai? I get really upset when people tell me series are isekai and they're like, horrendously out of print and hard to find, because as much as I love isekai, I like paying little prices more. Oh my gosh. I've been isekai'd into Genshin, does that count? You have been taken. I'm verging on concerned. You have been well and truly grabbed by the Genshin bug. We will never see you again. And then as soon as you're done with Genshin, you'll move on to Honkai. And then that's it. That's it. No more manga for you, because you need to do your wishes and do your pulls, of course. It's raining? We're meant to get rain next week. It looks like thunderstorms next week. Yeah. I can't wait, because I've been on the grind of my videos for a few weeks now. I've not actually done much reading, which is really upsetting considering I've tried to declare this Isekai month. So, desperate to do some more reading. And I'm going to try and do loads next week while it thunderstorms with the windows open. Curtains open. I was almost going to say me open. I got all confused with my words.
It'll be perfect reading weather.
There you see, you're getting stuck to.
The rainy mood.
Emma, how are you? Hearts, Emma. Have you read any isekai? No excuse. Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. Very good. That one's really good. I've really enjoyed that one. I lost my shit when you sent me volume 3. I genuinely cried. I sent a picture to my parents going, look what they sent me, and they're like, it's a book. Like, cool. Just ordered your first manga from Warb. Oh, did you stack your codes? Make sure you stack your codes when you shop at Warb to get what have we got it to now? It's 50% off. Something insane. So much money saved is what I keep telling myself. No, to be fair, I bought loads of new releases last month that were $360. I don't think the video's public. I think it's up for members. I think I think I put that one up this morning. It went up this morning where I got loads of new releases for $360. That was such a good World of Books haul. Oh, that one will go public at the end of the month. I was trying to remember my schedule. I don't remember it very well. Reading Beastars. I should read Beastars. We're going to do a read along at some point. Kitsune! Oh, I'm so warm. I've got cold toes. Got a kidney stone? Oh no! I hope you're okay. Yes, do stay hydrated. That reminds me to take another swig. Ben, take a swig. We should... I'm paranoid now. You've been isekai'd into the viz. Oh, is it in the apps? Oh, okay. I suppose that's easier and cheaper to read in the apps. This is my, whenever people ask for where to read manga, especially out of print stuff or just long running series, I'll never tell them to buy physically. It's always do as I say, not as I do. Don't collect the way I do. I'm a terrible person. That's not the word I'm looking for.
I don't know what word you're looking for.
Thanks.
A terrible person.
Oh, thanks, Ben.
That's why.
Okay. No time for reading? Not even an isekai for me? Read Savers Book Cafe.
I've read that one.
You've read that one. You read Volume 5 this week, didn't you?
I did read Volume 5.
And
this week.
You weren't impressed.
It's okay.
That's... No, that is not what you said to me. You were like, what was the point in Volume 5? Besides the thing that happens right at the end, what was the point in the rest of it?
Did I?
Yes! The character that you introduced, you were like... What was the point in it?
Bit of drama.
I do slightly agree, though. But it was... You can't deny it's lovely and wholesome.
Yeah.
No, you also... No. You were like, I don't see the appeal of the night guy.
Yeah.
We can do a 101 on husbandos if you want. You see, you know all the things he did in Volume 1? Like getting all like smushy eyed and going to picking out like a hair thing for her.
Yeah.
That. Yes.
Not the reading books.
I mean, that's also good. But you do read books. You read manga.
I read manga and actual books.
Yeah, because you're trying to show me up. Show me up. How are the kitties doing in the heat? I don't think they're that fussy.
No.
They've not been too, like, I don't know, it's hard to tell what they're grumpy about, because they're just generally a bit grumpy. They go in we've left the cellar door open a lot for them to run down in, because at least it's stone flooring and they can keep cool.
We always have a bunch of water.
Yeah, they're not really, because we've got food and water in both the bedroom and the kitchen. The bedroom is 10 times warmer than the kitchen. They're not eating as much in the bedroom as they normally do. They're going down to the kitchen instead to eat. But they're still drinking water. I think we're filling up the water fountains more often than we usually do, which is like the most important thing. Because cats are known to not drink water. Ours seem to, and pee all the time, and it stinks. It's even worse in the heat. I've changed the litter so much more often than we normally do. Not to say that we don't change it often. Of course we change it often. But, they're fine. You made a sci-fi order the other day despite being on a manga ban. Oh no, why would you do that? They're saying that. I'll be honest, I'm so happy with sci-fi at the moment. I had another box arrive today and I filmed like a this way video of it, and it was almost concerningly well packed. There were so many layers of bubble wrap. I couldn't get through it. And there were lots of bookmarks. Lots of bookmarks.
I don't think I saw the inside of the box.
It was addressed to you as well.
It was addressed to me.
It had some great manga in it.
I've seen the stack, and I know what's in the stack.
Because you placed the order.
I've just not seen the actual volume.
Well, you can see the Tiki-Toki reel when I post
I'll find out with everyone else.
You can. I really like how the sci-fi fellow's been all interactive with us in the Discord.
Yeah.
All chatty. And like trying to make sure we're all happy. It's great, and they're making changes based on our suggestions. It's nice to feel heard.
And you're getting bookmarks.
And I'm getting bookmarks. And we get 10% off. And it's so cheap. Oh, it's so nice. It makes me so happy to be able to pick up a 7Cs plastic wrap series for £7 something, or even less. Sometimes even less. And they had like all of Sign of Affection with the discount codes. It would be £7 or £6 something. Oh. And I've got hard to find volumes. I got like 5 volumes of Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. Nearly complete on that now.
Nice.
You should know that because you placed the order.
I should do. But yeah.
And they have Faku. I've been building a basket up that I'm going to place next week at some point, and they had some new release Faku. And I was very excited because I'm not normally like on top of new release Faku. And of course, it had a really amusing name. I wonder what people think when they package our Faku parcels. I also can't believe they put the Faku volume on top of my parcel. So when I opened it on the camera, it was just bloom.
I mean, considering when I've bought plastic wrapped manga in store before, they've referred to me as their cultured friend. That's what I imagine they're thinking when they pack the parcels.
Sometimes we have a deal where like Ben will sometimes just buy manga for me, and I always like to give him as much plastic wrap manga as I can, just for funsies, especially when it's like a big fat stack of BL.
Just for funsies.
Here you go. It was London, wasn't it? I handed you an entirely plastic wrap stack. He was very impressed with you.
9 volumes or something.
Yeah. Remember that Black Quilty order you did, which was like 16 Faku volumes? What do you think
Just emptying out the stock.
What do you think they thought of you?
Cultured friend.
Concerned. I can't remember what some of them are. There was probably that was like early Faku collecting days back in day
when they had 16 volumes in stock that you didn't already have.
I was gonna say it's not that bad. I can see them here. It is.
So can I.
Yeah, but no, it's probably more than half because there's like 4 or 5 over there to put away, and then there's some on the June haul for my anniversary.
Around.
Yeah. Do you always get me Faku for anniversary? You have done the past few years.
But not always.
So romantic. I forgot. That's not what was chat saying. Oh dear. Reading Isekai on webtoons. So this is the thing. I absolutely know if I read digitally and I went on webtoons on what's the other one? Manta, I'd read nothing else but isekai and villainous stuff. So that's why I very much am trying to stick to just physical at the moment, because I have enough to read. But there is so much villainous stuff I see on there, so if I need advocates to tell me which ones are the good ones so we can start screaming at publishers. Like, I mean, especially since Manta has started trying to publish a bit. At least it was done 1 volume, but it's not an isekai. And it was okay. So Sasuke and Peeps. I think that's an isekai. I think it is. I actually have a volume of that to give away at some point because I got a damaged copy and then Black Horse just sent me another one. So I'll have a damaged spine copy to give away at some point. What light novel is Ben currently reading?
I am currently reading my way through Kuma 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 Bear.
Are you? Why are you reading Kuma 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 Bear?
Because you enjoy the series enough to name one of our cats after the protagonist.
I did enjoy the series enough to name one of our cats after the protagonist. The fluffy one.
It's kind of chill.
I think it kind of ended up fitting because, I mean, Kuma 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 Bear, it's like it's a teddy bear, and, you know, so fluffy, she's like a teddy bear.
and she'll just, like, she's not bothered if you just pick her up and
swing her around.
Yeah.
Not that we do that, but she really isn't. I mean, there was that time you took her to the vet, and the vet had to check her temperature by going up there. She just sat there. The vet was very surprised.
She's just not bothered.
Yeah, when she was done, there was a bit of like wire from the stitching that didn't properly dissolve. So I called the vet and I was like, "What do I need to do with it?" And they were like, "Oh, you can just cut it off. It'll be fine. The rest of it will dissolve." And they were like, "Do you need to bring her in case she's like fussy?" And like I had them on the phone, and I like held the phone with some scissors, and I was like, "No, I've just done it. You didn't just sat there and watched me."
Yeah.
I have at times like she's been like naughty and we're like trying to run around the house or something. Like I'm holding her and she's like wobbling a bit, and then I end up she's like dangling upside down, wrapped up in my arm, and she just sort of hangs there and meeps. She doesn't care. She's such a flaccid cat. Which I know is such a weird word to use, but I don't know how else to describe her, because she is.
Yep.
Most cliche question: how did you two meet? Well, Ben.
we met.
Yes, we did.
Do you want to start the story?
Do I start the story?
You start the story.
Oh, that's just, oh, for God's sake. Look at me. Well, I mean, there isn't really much to it. We work together.
Yeah.
And we still work together.
Yep. Our desks are next to each other at home.
Yeah, we work together, and our desks are like next to each other. Like I can stretch my leg out and touch Ben. That's how close we sit when we work together, and it's been fine.
Would have been a bit weird if that was how we met, though.
What?
I just ended up in your house, just next to you.
I was like, well, I suppose if you're here, we might as well. Yeah, we work together. I don't think that's the weirdest bit, though. I think the weirdest bit is the fact that my dad's your boss.
Yeah.
which was like, I feel like meeting the parents was unfair because you'd already met them, which was so unfair. Though I suppose there's another disadvantage of he knows your career prospects.
Yeah. He pays me.
He pays you. Or he pays me as well, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I was slightly surprised that we managed to... we sit side by side throughout the entire week to work together.
Yep. Sometimes
we're even on the same projects. Oh, we've not too mad at each other.
Not too mad.
Well, the problem is until recently. So we do like software engineering. He is also one of those blasted developers, and so he's a client front end developer, and I worked in QA. So I would test his work.
Yep, found all the bugs.
And I'm not saying like I held you to a higher degree than others, but it was a lot easier to tell you off.
Because I'm within arm's reach.
Everyone at work joked that Ben was the one that took the beatings for all the other stuff.
For the entire team.
Someone else made a mistake. They made a bug. And I was like, well, I can't punch them. Punch Ben instead.
Just on video calls, you see things flying.
No, I used to do that, and then you got mad at me. I think the only real awkward problem is when we need to be on the same call.
Yeah.
Because we can't both have our mics on because we pick each other up.
So we generally just do this.
We
kind of wheel my chair across, and then we just share a mic.
Yeah. Which is always funny the first time you explain it when you're on a customer call. When we're on two different cameras, and then as soon as you need to start talking, you just sort of slide out of frame on your camera, and then enter frame on my camera. You're like, hello. Anyway.
Looks like I'm literally dodging the question.
Yeah, someone else.
Just ask me a question, I disappear.
And then reappear. What's even funnier is when you say, he doesn't live here. Yeah. We work together. And your attempt at wooing was to read One Piece. You were reading like 3 volumes of One Piece a night.
I was. I just borrowed volumes of One Piece and then devoured them.
Yep. And played Zelda. And I didn't pick up on any of that. I didn't realise. I thought you were just really into One Piece. Yeah. It's worked out okay, right?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Well, he's not run away yet. Have you?
No. I'm right here.
Willingly.
Willingly.
You do have some downfalls. I mean, you're from Hull.
Is that the worst bit?
That is the worst bit. I suppose also you're a ginger, but I think you're less ginger nowadays, aren't you?
It's changing colours
with the seasons.
Yeah. It's gone through a few different colours. Because I was definitely more ginger when I was younger.
I've seen the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And in your dress whites.
Mm-hmm. And now it's like light brown stroke grey.
That's the first time you have admitted that. It's okay, Ben. It happens to the best of us. I mean, I dye my hair, what can I say? I dye it brown. I only dye it because I'm going grey. There you go. I think that's the story a lot of people are wanting. So if you feel like fleeing away, I understand. Ben would be sad. You don't look sad.
No. Can I open this?
not silently. Oh my gosh, Ben, that was so loud. I should open mine as well.
This is now an ASMR stream.
Are we getting a Faku month as well? Maybe if I started a Patreon. Oh my god, I can barely show the covers, let alone what's inside.
I mean, in theory, it'd be kind of easy to do a Faku month because the entire video would just be a mosaic.
That's what I mean. It'd have to be on like Patreon or OnlyFans.
Or
Why did
other services.
Why did you start OnlyFans? Was I show my Faku collection? It's all about the manga. No Faku month. Faku February. Oh my god. What manga have you read recently then, Ben?
Well, I finished Xavier's Book Cafe.
Oh yeah, but we're not going to talk about that again. We had a very quite heated disagreement.
Well, I post about what I've read each week, usually.
Oh yeah, and then you forget.
And then I forget. So, Instagram is just basically me noting down what manga I've read.
Your Ben's like, have I read this volume? Let me check my Instagram. It's like, do you not remember? Why don't you use the spreadsheet? We can add you a column. You don't have to write dates or like ratings like I do, but you could just do like a tick. Have I read this? Yes.
So, this week, read the latest One Piece.
Mhm.
I read a volume of Grand Blue Dreaming.
Which one?
18. I don't know what's released now. I think I'm like one behind.
Yeah, I
Maybe
got
2.
19, but I've not read it.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a big gap between me picking them up because either they weren't in store or they were like really expensive. When I looked online, they were always above £10, and then for some reason I found them, or one of them, I found on World of Books. I think it was the newer one. I keep finding newer releases on World of Books, and I'm paying like £5-6 a volume, and I'm here for this.
And then the other volume I read this week was the second volume of Bleach.
Oh, you look so happy.
I am happy.
Oh my god.
I'm slowly working my way through the big 3.
No, what? Oh, you are also reading One Piece.
Yep.
I was going to say after Bleach, you said you were going to read Berserk. But you were also reading One Piece. I was trying to remember what the other big 3. I was like Naruto, Bleach, Berserk. No,
But
you're
yeah.
already up to date on One Piece.
I caught up on One Piece, and then I started Naruto, which...
And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, about a year and a half, 2 years.
You very stubbornly will only read one volume a week.
Yeah. It's the right amount of shonen is a volume a week.
Apart from that, when you got to the end of Boruto and you're like, this is too good, I'm going to read 3 volumes, and then read past the ones I've read.
Well, I needed something to read. So yeah, I've caught up on 2 of the big 3, and I've started the 3rd one. It took me, well, in theory, it took me 18 years to catch up on Naruto. Because I started 18 years ago watching the subbed anime. I'm off screen.
Oh my god.
I need to be in shot.
I need to see your face, Ben. Look at your happy little smiley face. You touch legs, and you just touch legs all the time. Bump legs, and it's all history. It's true. I think most of the time now we've got a cat in our legs. Because our cats have favourites. Ben's Mika's favourite, and I'm Yuna's favourite. To the point that even if Ben like goes to the toilet, closes the door, Mika, no matter where she was, she'll just appear, stand outside the door and start screaming.
Yeah.
Until you open the door.
Just a peace. I just can't go to the toilet in peace.
Just let her join you. And Yuna likes to sleep like on my face. It really, really hurts with how heavy she is now.
The big cat. We've not weighed her recently.
We haven't weighed her recently.
She'll have to find out how big she's gotten.
She'll probably have a vet visit. Because they're still not 1 year old yet. But they are soon. They turn 1 next month. Couple of weeks.
Early July.
Yeah. Close. Oh. Is it true you also have a library full of normal books? What's a normal book? Yes, it is. The room backs onto this one is the same size as this one and has books in it that aren't manga, which I know they exist. It's a lot of technical books, fictional books. That's the room we call the library. This is just the living room that had a bit of a manga problem, which then spread up to the bedroom.
You used to read a lot of other books before you started reading manga?
I did used to read a lot of other books before I started manga. I remember one summer when I was a wee teeny teen. I wasn't a teeny bopper. I was a teen, and I read like 2 books a day over my summer. All the fiction. I love all the fiction sort of stuff. Stuff like Alex Rider, Young James Bond. What else did I read? Fantasy stuff. Is it Mortal Instruments? I read most of that apart from the last book, because the last book's like wide as my head, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. Anthony Horowitz. A whole lot of stuff. Lemony Snicket was a favourite of mine as a kid. I did used to read real books.
Used to.
Back in the day. Now if it's not got a picture, I can't read anymore. That's a problem.
You just need picture books.
I do need picture books.
Going on a bear hunt.
That's why Faku's really great. I mean, there isn't really any plot. Boobies. Boobily wooblies.
Yeah.
Relatable. You try to keep track on Goodreads. You have a Goodreads, don't you?
I do. I started a Goodreads this year, so I could do like a reading challenge, which I set to like 25 books, and I'm on 16.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
But you're not just reading light novels.
No. Reading other things as well.
You've gotten into Star Wars books.
Yep.
Which is a dangerous thing.
That it's a dangerous path to go down, because there's lots of them, but I'm sticking to just High Republic stuff, because that's the stuff that's not on TV.
Yet.
At all. Yeah.
But there is manga of High Republic.
There is manga of High Republic.
Is that officially in the lore, in the timeline?
Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, after Disney did away with how everything was canon and they did away with it, I didn't actually know if they continued to now keep canon with new stuff.
Yeah, so I think
No, anything you say is
they've drawn their line in the sand, and then everything that Disney makes now is part of the law. And all the High Republic stuff is like an initiative that's been done by Disney.
There is High Republic series coming, though.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. It was in that timeline.
It is in that timeline. But what if they cover some of the books you've been reading?
That'd be kind of fun.
But you just said you were avoiding things that they were doing.
I started reading the High Republic stuff because it's not been on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just wanted to read about Jedi, and there's less of those.
Yeah.
Later on, for some reason. Have you read the mangas?
I think there's some that you picked up recently that I've not. I think there's a new like Star Wars layer that I've not read.
It's like this thin.
But I've been trying to keep up with them.
There's a new High Republic one. But as in, like last month. But we've not picked it up yet.
I've read 2 High Republic manga.
Oh, there is only 2. Yeah, Edge of Bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you read any other books?
What do you mean?
Have you read any other books?
I've read other books. My literary knowledge is just Star Wars.
I meant like this year that you've put in your Could you not, like, ever? You went through school refusing anything if there wasn't a Jedi in it.
They just have to pretend to get me to read things.
This maths textbook is definitely...
There's a Jedi at the end of it. Look, I've drawn it in.
Other books.
Other books this year.
Shit.
Yes. I've read random stuff. What did I read? I was going to say I read Neuromancer again, but I think that was last year.
Yeah.
I've been reading some vaguely cyberpunky things. I can't remember what it was now.
Didn't you read Little Prince?
I read Prince, yeah.
That was it. Not Little Prince. Prince. Dracula.
I read Dracula this year.
That's
what I read.
You started collecting those nice cloth-bound Penguin classics.
Yeah, the hardback Penguin classics.
You fool, because now you have to collect them all because they're really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are on World of Books.
A lot of them are on World of Books.
And you've not bought any more.
They have some in Forbidden Planet.
Okay, but you've not yet purchased any more.
No.
And you said you would collect the full set.
Did I?
Yes.
There's some coming out this year that I want to pick up.
Like what?
I can't remember if the Frankenstein one's out yet. And there's also a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde coming out this year, which I want to read.
I think because they're such classic series, it's hard to say. As I was like, are they not already out?
They are already out.
Just not cloth-bound.
Just not the Penguin cloth-bound classics. They wouldn't look the same. I can pull up my Goodreads list and see what else I've been reading.
You know, I have a really nice spreadsheet you could be using, but you went, no, that looks gross and dirty. I don't want to touch that.
I'm allergic to Office.
What?
Apps.
That's really unfortunate considering what we... Is Teams fall under the Office suite?
Yeah.
Can you get away with not joining any customer calls? You could call Rick up and be like, real sorry.
I reread The Colour of Magic recently.
Oh my gosh, you've got loads of books on there.
Yeah. I read Hollow Regalia because the Empress sent us a copy.
The Empress sent a light novel.
And then other than that, Overlord, Arifureta, Kuma Bear, and the Star Wars books.
Are you up to date now on Arifureta? No, you're not.
No,
Because
I'm
I got you 12 and you don't have 11.
I don't have 11.
Do you ever buy light novels for yourself anymore? I have the next Overlord on pre-order for you. Did you know that? And a solo leveling.
I did not. I think that comes out like July, doesn't it?
Which one I just mentioned
Overlord.
too? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know when things come out at all in the slightest.
They just turn up.
They just turn up at some point if I've pre-ordered them. Though I'm cutting back on pre-orders. I've cancelled loads, and I'll probably go cancel even more because it's just cheaper on Sci-Fi or waiting for it to pop up on World of Books. I feel like nowadays getting new release stuff on World of Books is like they arrive in such good condition.
Yep.
Like, there's not often stuff where I'm like I've had to complain because of the condition anymore. But yeah, I've cancelled pretty much all my pre-orders. Done away with them. It's just cheaper elsewhere nowadays. I didn't used to do pre-orders anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
Have you haven't got any? Actually, no, you. Oh yeah, you had that experience
Which experience?
with Forbidden Planet. Most of the pre-orders I've got at the moment are with Forbidden Planet. Well, not anymore because I've cancelled most of them. But you did an order off Forbidden Planet and they charged you twice.
Yeah.
You were not happy because it took a couple of weeks to sort itself out. And Forbidden Planet, it's meant to. They'll only charge you upon shipping, but they hadn't shipped and they charged Ben twice. You were you're in a most foul mood.
I think it's meant to be kind of handy that they only charge you for volumes as they ship them. But they kind of did a hold of the full amount of the order and then started charging for individual volumes on top of that.
Yeah.
And then the hold eventually disappeared and I got the money back. But it was 2 weeks. of them just holding on, and it wasn't like a small order.
And you'd like it wasn't an order of pre-orders. It was all stuff in stock, so it pretty much all shipped within those 2 weeks. You had been had to yeah. So you were like, I'm never placing an order there for you again.
I'm not a big one.
No, well, they charge shipping as well, so unless it is a big one, it's not as worth it.
Yeah.
I understand. You can place me sci-fi orders instead now. Look at him nodding. Caught on camera. Have you gotten around to reading Darkness in Tibet? No, I have not. But it is still in my trolley. It's still sat there. I've gotten rid of a lot of the random volumes that World of Books send me. But apart from Darkness in Tibet, I have not gotten rid of that one. That one is still there. Can I see it from here? Is it in the trolley? Oh no, have I lost it? Have I misplaced Darkness in Tibet?
Is that the volume that you tried to move into the library next door?
No, I've kept Darkness in Tibet in here. I tried to throw all the others next door, and then I tried to like. I think we took them to. There's like a book recycle thing.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where they went. Hello, hello. You bought Spice and Wolf Volume 1? I've still not read mine. I've completed it. I'm very happy. I want to read it all together. Very excited. Speaking of spreadsheets, you're currently fixing adding to yours right now. Like, doing what? What are you doing to it? What are you doing? Share with the class. I'm so excited. I think I updated my public spreadsheet last week. I think. Did I? I don't remember. I think I did. Where do I normally pre-order? Yeah, Forbidden Planet, like OG Forbidden Planet, does pre-orders, but I've cancelled quite a few of them now because it's cheaper on other places. Usually I find it cheaper for at least £1, and then I can usually get extra discounts on top of that. So I'm saving at least £1 a volume if I order it elsewhere, usually, if not more. And if I'm patient, like a few weeks, often they'll pop up on World of Books, and I can get them really cheap because they're second hand. And I don't care if they're second hand. Though, saying that, how often when I buy World of Books volumes do they arrive and they're like still in plastic wrap or something? Because there was that one I did, and I got like World and Harem 14 for £5, and it was plastic wrapped. But yeah, I think like even like Easy Press volumes, Forbidden Planet have them for like £12-11, but Sci-Fi has them for £11 before you can add a 10% discount on it, so it's just cheaper to do it there. I just need to wait for it to pop up nowadays. Don't tend to do pre-orders much either. I mean, I didn't, like, before COVID, I only bought in store. I never bought online apart from like 3 or 4 volumes. I got an odd, like, back in the day when Amazon used to have like, you paid a penny and then £2.80 postage. Back in the day. I did a few of those, but then other than that, I didn't start doing pre-orders until like I couldn't go to a store. I ordered a bunch on Amazon, or I'd pre-order a bunch as well. So I did do I'd do like next couple of months pre-orders and stuff. And then I did do a lot of pre-orders on Forbidden Planet because the prices on Forbidden Planet aren't bad. I just found them better. Especially with all the prices are going up nowadays. Like, I think all, like, Kodansha and Press 7 Seas have all upped their prices, like, last year. And then Viz is up in theirs at the end of this year. I mean, Viz is still the cheapest publisher of the lot, but it's still really sad.
Yeah.
And light novels are always more expensive than manga.
Yeah, and Viz don't really do many light novels.
No, they've got, like, some Naruto ones and My Hero and One Piece.
Which is then being made back into a manga.
Yes. By is it Bocce? Dr. Stone guy?
Oh, yeah. Very
Very excited because I like the art style. But I think a lot of the big shonen series have light novels. Jujutsu Kaisen does, Demon Slayer does.
I don't know if those light novels come from the same place that most of the isekai ones do.
Oh, that website.
Yeah.
They do have quite long titles. Some of the Jujutsu Kaisen titles, they've got like Jujutsu Kaisen and then a subtitle.
You're just trying to cosplay that website.
Cosplay?
You're dressed up.
You have to order so many to make shipping worthwhile. Oh, Forbidden Planet, yeah. So I was doing like... So I think most of my... I had like pre-ordered like all the new stuff that I wanted for this year, pretty much, from Forbidden Planet. I did like 6 orders. Big orders. But I've cancelled a lot of them now. Just... I think even if I end up not getting them on like brand new in store or on other sites, even just waiting for it to pop up secondhand. I mean, like, Villains Are Destined to Die volumes seem to keep popping up on Wilder Books, and they're like £5 with all the discount codes. Sometimes even cheaper. I swear someone got one cheaper than £5 in the server. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember. I could be making all this up, to be fair. Not sure how to show it's on Excel with 6 tabs. Mostly adding my young adult books that I haven't added. I'm going through and getting rid of some. Oh yeah, Excel. To be fair, we should try and catalogue the rest of the books in this house.
Yeah. And I think we need to go through all the manga again. Because there's some stuff either missing or...
I have discrepancies in the spreadsheet. It's not many. It's like 5-6 volumes, which as a percentage isn't too bad.
Yep. And keeping on top of it.
But yeah, need to keep on top of it because there's definitely ones between, and also I'll have ones where, say, World of Books sometimes cancels if the volume's in too bad a condition. I don't always remember to then take that out of my spreadsheet, which will mess things up. And I can't remember. I've started tagging my volumes that get cancelled now, so it's easier for me to see, and I can like focus on picking them up next. But
I don't know how long that'll take to go through them all and check.
How long to go through it all with me on the spreadsheet and you going up and down a ladder?
Well, I mean, I remember how long it took us to like rearrange everything the last time.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
To be fair, we were mostly doing it in evenings.
Yeah.
And like, I was filming bits of it as well. Oh, but we did watch TV.
We did watch TV.
We watched lots of Clone Wars. No, we watched Rebels. Watched loads of Rebels.
Yeah, and then we caught up on Star Wars Rebels.
We are now caught up on Star Wars Rebels until Ahsoka comes out.
Yep.
Rebels
been
seasons.
Dropping those characters in various shows. They were in Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten his name.
Yeah,
character's name. Good afternoon from the US. Good afternoon. Good evening. Sorry, from the UK. Goodness. How is the weather in the US? It's warm here. Though it's cooling. I can't believe how bright it is. Oh, we are approaching our longest day.
Yeah, I was going to say it's still bright, like light out at like 9 o'clock.
I think
which it almost is at the minute.
That's why I need to sleep with an eye mask, because the cats are like 5 a.m. zoomies. I'm going to open these curtains, shine the room full of light.
Just walk up and pull them open.
What time is this? You should be feeding me. Actually, no, they don't care about food. They just want to play.
They just want strokes.
You put the food down and they might not even touch it for a good, like, hour or so. They just want to, like, you to play with them. Run around with them. They'll like you chasing them.
Yeah, they get somewhere and they're not supposed to be there. And then you come after them and the tails are immediately in the air because it's like, this is a game now.
They start chirping like a bird.
Yeah.
She's so big, only half of her is in that seat thing.
It's dangling off.
She's dangling. You've just been grocery shopping? What did you pick up? Ben went grocery shopping this morning. And only picked up, like, some wrong things.
Yeah.
I forgive you.
You have to stock up a bunch because it's raining next week.
And you can't shop while it's raining.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go out in the rain.
But what if it's refreshing?
It might be. Might also just make the food wet.
Well, if you buy like a loaf of bread, I really hope you don't like open the loaf of bread out in the rain so it gets soggy.
Yeah, but if you buy like fresh fruit, that might not always be like, that's just open. You buy a bunch of bananas.
And the most horrific thing that can happen to a banana is it gets a bit wet. You got me my yogurts though, so I'm happy about that.
Yep.
It's sad. You cancel the majority of your pre-orders, then got charged 11 for one viz. Oh, postage! Oh, damn. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I actually hurt for you a little bit. That is really sad. Oh my god. What volume was it? Was it worthwhile? Was it a good one? Please say it was a good one. I'm so sad. Discrepancy is due to DB Otaku. Yeah! It is all his fault. Him keep saying that he messed up 5 random volumes. That's why he's locked up in my basement.
He's still not confessed.
He won't confess to his sins. He's not allowed out until he fesses up. Or ever. He's just not allowed out. It's nice that Ben has a friend. Ben can go down and talk at him.
Not to him, just that.
Well, he can't talk back because he's all like gagged up, isn't he?
Well, he can't confess if he's gagged up.
Maybe that's the point.
Just teaching a lesson.
He needs to know what he did. You go down, you stroke his hair. I don't know who I'm making sound weirder, you or him.
We're just gonna add as much weirdness as we can to the law.
I mean, before he got locked up in the basement, he was the fair maiden that I think you were originally protecting. And now he's in the basement. Well, at least he's got a room to himself in the coal chute room. That's only slightly damp, so it's not too bad. Got a couple of newly painted walls. Don't say I don't treat him well. You don't put things in your spreadsheet until they actually arrive, just in case you get lost in transit or something. See, that is fair. I mark mine as pre-ordered, just because if I've ordered something or bought something and then go into a store, I might not remember something I pre-ordered 6 months ago that's not yet arrived. And it's like, but it is on the shelves in store, so it's mostly just so I don't do that. But I don't mark it as like, I won't mark it as like I've got it. It'll still be marked as pre-ordered until I get it, so I can still go in and check which ones are marked as pre-ordered, and I can be like, wait, where did that one come from? Should that already be here by now?
You just don't want to duplicate copies.
I don't want duplicate copies.
And then you have to give them away.
And then I have to give them away. I'm sure everyone is really heartbroken by that. I think I have a plan now. I think any volume 1s I've got, I'll just hold on to for now. But any like random misc volumes, at some point I'll do giveaways of them in the Discord. And I'll just do a different giveaway for each of them. Like that Kami-sama case really, really annoyed me. Because I had 2 in my basket, and I was like, oh shoot, I've got 15. I'll remove 15. And what did I do? I removed the volume that wasn't 15. Yes, that is my plan. I think all the random, nonsensical numbered duplicates. I'll do like a giveaway for each one, and I'll just do like it'll be heavy giveaway Discord time or something. I kind of like to give
an Oprah giveaway.
You get a manga. You get a manga.
Everybody gets a manga.
Maybe not everyone. I don't have 600. However odd people there are in the Discord volumes to give away that I want to. Unless you're offering.
I'm not offering to buy 600 duplicates.
Don't have to be duplicates, just ones I can give away. Or you could buy me 600 volumes, and then we just leave it at that.
I mean, even at like £5 a volume, that's $3,000.
Oh, thanks, Ben. It's so nice. Aren't you great? Isn't Ben great? Look at him. You do fund my habit, though.
Yeah.
Which my dad very much likes to remind you of frequently. Multiple people call you an enabler. Even like our managers called you an enabler. Colleagues call you an enabler.
I've enabled manga fun times.
You even drive multiple of us to go manga shopping. So you enable them as well.
Yeah, multiple enabling.
You don't have the enabler tag though. You need the enabler tag. There's only a few people with the enabler tag.
Does the enabler tag get me anything other than prestige of some description?
Just we all know to look at you and shake our head.
I'll look for manga.
So you don't share deals.
I don't share deals.
Terrible person. Don't mind me just turning up an hour late. This is my sad face. That you forgot about me. Ben's extra sad.
Extra sad. So sad I've got a smile on my face.
It's gone all the way round. We like a wet banana? What?
Throwing bananas in the rain.
Oh. I was like, are you what? Are you okay? Just randomly I'm like, oh yes, a wet banana. Yes, please, thank you. Love Insight 2? Oh, is that the £11 volume? Oh, I feel so bad for you. It's a Viz. Oh yeah, it is a Viz. I've not read my volume 1. I think I saw it on Sci-Fi, so that's where I'll be picking mine up, I think. I saw the new Comey on Sci-Fi and I cried a little. I get very easily emotional. You get more emotional than I do, though. Maybe not in manga.
No.
I get more emotional in manga.
I've been playing the new Final Fantasy demo today. That made me emotional.
I saw more emotion from you playing that like hour demo than like the last so many months.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I know. I was sat like back there, and you were like, "Caitlin, look, Caitlin, look at this, look at this, look at that. What's this? Oh my gosh!" You were making like the most dramatic sound effect reactions. You'd have made a good like reaction video.
Just like one of those videos where it's just like a person just breathing. They cut out all the words they say and they're just breathing.
What?
I don't know why people make these videos, but there are multiple of them.
I don't know what you're talking about. You just sound a bit crazy.
I'll leave it at that.
I bet it's just you making these. I don't. Yeah. Okay. So confused. Manga for the mods. Would you like manga mods? What manga would you like? Ben will buy you some. Thanks, Ben.
Is this my enabling part? I don't have the tag yet. I need the tag.
Oh, so if you get given the enabler tag, will you buy the mods and manga?
Apparently that's the rules.
He'll buy you some fake. You heard him. Oh my gosh,
I don't know why I'm agreeing.
You're so easily persuaded. This is why he buys me manga. I'm like, Ben, can you buy this basket for me? And you're like, yeah, all right.
I'm just the yes man.
That's really concerning.
That is really concerning.
Thank goodness I don't like abuse you too much.
Too much.
It could be worse. It's just like manga. I do often like if you're paying and it's not like a birthday or like Christmas thing, I often like try and swivel towards the sort of manga that you also read. So all
And
the
light novels.
absolute No, you'd never buy light novels yourself.
No, I mean you
Me.
You get light novels.
I buy light novels for you, but when you're paying for a basket of manga, I usually try and pick manga that you also read.
I see what you mean.
I was gonna say you never pay for any light novels nowadays. I've started picking up light novels for Ben's Christmas now, because she likes to start early. And like especially World of Books gets like random stock every few weeks. So just like, I think there was one year I got you almost all of Sword Art Online, because just every other week a new volume would pop up on World of Books, and just by Christmas time I had like almost a full set for like £3-4 a volume. I've started again. But yeah, I usually try and like push stuff that you tend to pick up manga that you read, which is the absolute disgusting plastic wrap stuff. Your favourite stuff. I know you read a lot of shonen stuff. Or if not, I mean, you've always said that you tend to read like 5 or 6 a week, so you don't mind putting 5 or 6 volumes like a week back into the collection.
Yeah.
Even if it's not necessarily volumes that you're going to read.
Just I put in what I've read.
Yeah, just not specifically the volume. Like you've read a volume, so you'll put in a volume. I quite like the system. I think it works well. This is why I've always said that if we have like a big manga party here, entry is just a manga volume. Just make sure it's one I don't already own. It's probably
BYOM.
That sounds like a beautiful party, not gonna lie. We just fill this room with armchairs. Get some like cookies and crisps, sweets and stuff.
And then just sit and read manga.
Just sit and read manga in a circle. Put some lo-fi beats on the TV. Sounds like a good idea.
Have you been inspired?
I've been inspired. I'll just post my address on the internet and just see who turns up. You got the first 3 volumes of Grand Blue Dreaming, and they were 13? What? Oh, okay, $12.99. Okay, that's less. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think often I'll see them secondhand occasionally at like 5 or 6. I think $12.99 has become like, that's the point where I'm like, no. 3 for $12.99 and a 3 for 2 apparently is my cut-off point where I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's just too much. Unless it's like, it's different if it's like a, what's the word? Like a Alice in Borderland or JoJo, like bigger viz or bigger volumes, whether hardback or chunkier stuff. I'm not counting those, but like Kodansha, Yen Press, 7 Seas, even in the bigger format, I think $12.99 or above is just crazy. I mean, Kakiguri, I saw stickered at like $14.99. And that tore my heart out. $14.99. I mean, Square Enix, big Square Enix, My Dress Up Darling, Cherry Magic Wizard, I can't remember the exact phrasing, the BL Wizard Cherry one, I think they're both stickered at $14.99 or $13.99. But I know My Dress Up Darling's like, even on Amazon it's $14.99 as retail. And then not very long after Volume 8 came out, people found it on World of Books for £5. or £6. Either way, it was upsettingly cheap. Upsettingly cheap. So, yeah. I know. It's upsetting. So upsetting. How do you gain the balls to buy Plus Size Doll from Booty Royale at a physical store? I don't think I've bought those two series specifically, but other plastic wrapped, awfully named series.
Like, I mean,
it's always
generally you don't get Faku in store.
You can't get Faku in store. I'm trying to think what other questionably named series have I bought in store. A lot of my plastic wrapped stuff is. I'm trying to think what other really weird name. Call Girl in Another World. J.K. Harris a sex worker in Another World. Both of those. I don't know. Maintain eye contact. Slam them down. And ask for a clear bag. If they have one available. I don't know. I think there's just a point, especially in general, where you realise that generally they don't care. I mean, it's the same like filming. Generally, if you're going around filming, I was like, I feel so self-conscious. What will people think? But half the time, as long as you're not like bothering other people shopping, I don't think anyone cares.
Just do it.
Just do it. I'm trying to think now. What's the most questionable thing I've picked? Oh, Dick Fight Island. Oh my gosh, do you remember when I bought Dick Fight Island Volume 1 in Travelling Man?
Oh yeah.
We'd gone with friends, and like I'd been wanting to pick it up, but it hadn't arrived in store. And I remember we were like at the till, and I was about to pay, and I saw it stacked near the till, and I like apparently. This is not my account. This is not your account, but this is the other.
This is absolutely my account.
Were you there? Oh, was it? Well, the other guy that was shopping with us. Apparently, I very loudly picked the volume up, turned to him, and shouted, "Dick Fight Island! They've got Dick! I'm so happy!" I don't remember this. I just remember being very happy to see it and being like, I have to make another 3 for 2. But apparently, I turned and very loudly shouted how excited I was to see it. And was showing him, and he was desperately trying to get away from me. I pretend he didn't know me. I think that's probably the most. I still don't remember that, but
I'm trying to remember what was in that stack that I bought in Forbidden Planet London. The plastic
what if I bought this like Succubus and Hitman? Who Wants to Be a Billionaire? By the way, Volume 5 is on Sci-Fi. It's in my basket.
Nice.
I know. I cancelled my Forbidden Planet. I had it on pre-order for £9.20 on Forbidden Planet, and it was, I think, £1 cheaper on Sci-Fi before I used the code. I know. I was like all excited. I'll show you my basket after this. I'll show you what's in my Sci-Fi basket because I got really excited about a lot of them because a lot of them are like new release stuff and the new Comey.
I think I saw you found the new Comey.
Yeah. And there's another one. I can't remember. Oh, Quality Assurance in Another World 2.
No, okay. Need to find more books.
I had to find more. Yeah. You're proud of your enabler tag in the Discord. You should be. Anyone with the enabler tag should be both proud and also need to take a good long look at themselves in the mirror. What does Ben's t-shirt say?
Oh.
Strip for us, Ben.
Yoshi, but add it. Is it the...
Is that way a little?
This way. There we go.
We'll see it in a moment.
Hopefully it's not flipped on the stream.
No, that's not flipped.
Okay. People can read it then.
Are you suggesting that they can't read? He's so
no,
rude.
I'm saying it's more difficult if it's flipped.
He's so
back to front.
So rude. Thank you for the Paku, Ben. Look, they're both really happy. Just DM Ben your addresses and he'll post you Paku. Such a sweetie. You are such a sweetie, aren't you? Aren't you?
Sure. Yep.
What's my favourite isekai of all time? Witch's Printing Office. Absolutely love Witch's Printing Office. One of the last isekai video of the month will be my favourite isekais. and it's probably going to be the longest list of the lot because I couldn't keep it keeps getting longer. I'm like, oh, this one's really good. Oh, this one's really good. But to be fair, the only reason the favorite originally I was only going to do 4 isekai videos, and I had like 4 themes, and I've done 3 of them, haven't I?
Yep.
I've done 3 of them, and I have 1 more left. And then I was like, some of my favorites don't quite fit in my themes, but I was really happy with my themes, so I didn't want to get rid of them. So I just chose June because it had 5 Fridays, and I could do a bonus video that's just my favorites. But it's now got, I mean, some of them have had like 6 volumes, anywhere between 6 and 8 volumes so far, and I think my favorites is on like 9. And I've just remembered another one to add to it.
You've got a top 10 that's nice and round.
Ooh. But what if I had another one?
Then you've got a top 10 plus bonus manga.
It's like when
A runner-up.
It's like when I did my top 10 best and worst reads of 2022. I actually talked about 13-14 series because I just had like runner-up series. Actually, no, a lot of them were like, I thought I enjoyed reading it, but I don't think it's good, or I had issues with it, but I don't think it's bad. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Like, that's why I ended up including, spoiler if you've not seen the video, I mean, it's months old at this point, but I included Queen's Quality / Cuckoo Sweeper in my bad reads, but not because I thought it was a bad series. I had some things about it that disappointed me, and I thought if I just talked, I wanted to, because it was already doing a negative video, I was like, well, I'll just continue being a bit negative. But I didn't think it was a bad series. But I thought if I included my negative thoughts in another video normally, it might bother people, but I'm already being negative in this video. I had some reason to what I was doing. Honestly. What was I saying? Lo-fi beats and snacks, lead shopping after party. No, we do the lead shopping party first. We load up on food and manga, and then we come back here, and then we just cozy up and do a pajama party in the living room.
And read manga.
And everyone has to bring a cat.
Have to.
I mean, if you're able. It's not to the point that you don't have a cat, go and find one. Acquire cat. No. Yeah. There is plenty of Yuna to go around, though. She's quite a chubby little cat. But she's not even that chubby. She's just big.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little bit.
That's your fault. You keep giving her treats. Cherry Magic's so thin. It's so good, though. That's the thing. I'm missing, like, early volumes. Because they're not only like, expensive, but they can be hard to find. But I'm also not paying more than £10. I don't even want to pay more than £8 for a Cherry Magic volume. They are too thin. I think there's only been 1 volume recently that I paid more than I normally would for a thin volume, but I really, really liked it, and I still almost want to recommend it. Almost. I think that's in my May video. What was it called? Where is it? Can I see it from here? Shibobon? Doggy... Shibobon? Bobon? It's next to Sign of Affection, man. Can you read that?
And it's... I can't see where Sign of Affection is.
It's the blue one.
Delicious in Dungeon?
Well, there's nowhere near Sign of Affection.
I still can't see where Sign of Affection is.
Oh my god. Also, never mind. It's like a doggy 4-panel one by 7 Seas, and it's really, really, really cute, but it's like this thin, and it's 4-panel 4-coma silliness, and it took me 5-10 minutes to read. It's not very long at all. And it's really expensive because it's coloured, but it was so good to read. It honestly, I feel like it cleansed my soul. Ooh, but also, what sort of lo-fi beats would we play? I've been really enjoying, like, Zelda lo-fi beats. What's her name? Lo-fi Leah? She does some great Zelda, and Persona 5. But sometimes there's like a 10-hour video on YouTube of someone who's just got, Behind the Shadow? Behind the... What's the song from Persona 5 called? The Shut Your
Beneath
Face.
the Mask.
Beneath the Mask. What's it? Beneath the Mask. It's like a 10-hour version of that, but like rain as well. I could just put that on and read for hours. It's, Oh, it's so good. So good. Dress Up Darling for $9. That's good. I'm trying to think exchange rates. Exchange rates have all changed. Usually, it was like 2/3 would be what it was in pounds, but I don't think that's the case anymore.
No. I don't know how close they are nowadays.
I don't know. I know it's closer than I would like. But I don't know if that's the pound tanking or the dollar doing well. I'm gonna hope it's just the dollar doing well and that we're not doing shit. at least it's not been too bad since last summer. Was it last summer? We had Truss?
Probably.
The Prime Minister that was outlived by letters. You got ID'd in Forbidden Planet and you bought plastic wrapped. I got ID'd in Forbidden Planet, I think about a year ago, and I didn't have ID on me, so they wouldn't let me buy it. And it was really, really embarrassing because I wasn't with Ben, I was with a friend, and she's not huge into manga. We were going back to her house, and I was like, we went past Forbidden Planet, and she understands my problem, so she was like, well, let's just run in so you can grab a few things, and we were queuing, and they wouldn't let me buy my stack of manga because I didn't have ID on me. I was like, I'm 26. I don't remember what I was buying that was plastic wrapped. I don't remember it in the slightest. I might be able to find out if I go back through my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with Emma. She thought it was hilarious and wouldn't stop taking piss out of me. What was really upsetting was that we went on to Sainsbury's to buy booze, so we didn't get ID'd there. What did I buy? I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was a Go ship. I don't think it was BL. But yeah, I've got an ID to the point that I then realised I'd lost my ID and I needed to order a new one. So there were a couple of times when we went manga shopping, and because I didn't have my ID, I'd like give all my plastic wrap stuff to Ben and then send him to go buy separately from me. So I could definitely, like, even though we went in together, but he was buying separately from me, or I'd like run outside. I'd go up way before he did pay and then run outside. I did that once or twice. And you weren't happy, so I had to get my ID.
I go up to the counter and like, hello, I would like to buy these manga. I am definitely not here with someone else. Here's my ID.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. I felt really bad because I don't think I'd been asked for my ID before to buy manga, and I think the person serving me was quite new. And there was just a moment where we both kind of looked at each other in panic when he asked for my ID, and I went, shit, I don't have mine on me. And it was just a moment where we made eye contact of, oh dear. Oh no. What happens now? And yeah, I think I just had to leave them.
Mm-hmm.
And he offered to put them away from me. And I felt a bit bad about that. But I was just in shock. I'd never been ID'd for manga before.
Nope. I don't think you've been ID'd since, have you?
No. But you have. Wait, no, I have. And it was like the first time we went after I'd gotten a new ID.
Oh, okay.
And they ID'd me for Cells at Work 6. Which is only plastic wrapped because it comes with an art book. So it's plastic wrapped to keep the two together. It is in itself not an explicit manga.
And got ID'd anyway?
I got ID'd for that. Which tickled me a little bit. But also I felt bad for someone trying to buy it that didn't have ID, because it's not... If you're buying Cells at Work Black, that is an adult series.
Yeah.
But normal Cells at Work isn't. But I think they realised and stopped because they'd also put Takane and Hana 18 special edition in the adult section. I assume because it was plastic wrap, but again, it was only plastic wrap because it came with a art book, bonus end stories, stuff like that. Because it would move back like the following month. Damn, you late for stream. No worries, no worries. Though I don't know how long Ben wants to go, because Ben is a very sleepy boy that is often asleep on the sofa by this time.
Not usually.
Yes, you are. You were asleep on the sofa by 8 o'clock last night. We were playing Zelda, and I was like, Ben, do you want to go do this? And I was like, why is Ben ignoring me? It was because Ben's snoring on the sofa.
We finished the game.
We did.
We got through the credit. I was like, wait, that's it.
You didn't even put the controller down, though. You just lay back.
And now I am done.
Now I have permission to die. Oh, you got all 7 running the Grey World. I'm still missing volume 7 of that because it's a bit chunkier. It's a bit more expensive, so I've not rushed to pick it up. But now it's a bit harder to find, so I have some regrets. Use the 10-hour beneath the mask for reading. Yes, yes. Or sometimes I'll just like, what film or game franchise is on my head? Let's find a lo-fi remix. There's like, so I love the ones where they include like ambient noises like rain or birds or like chatter in the distance, like Hobbiton ones, or great, like in the Green Dragon or Bag End, stuff like that. Just concerning hobbits on repeat, but with like rain and chirps. Ooh. I don't remember what else. There's some Zelda ones as well. I haven't looked in a while though.
No.
You don't really like them?
I'm just trying to think.
I mean, like more recently, I just put the Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack on.
I think the one thing I've put on that's vaguely like that is just Claire de Lune.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't quite the same.
Oh, I remember a couple of the questions that got asked. Like, shit, what was it?
You nearly remembered.
How many manga can you lift at once?
I've never tried to max out, find my power level.
Max out. That's why I like Isekai. Everything's just a skill tree.
You level up and you can hold one more manga.
Should we test this out? Maybe not now.
Maybe not now.
But I'll try it. I'll
just throw a picture in the story, see how many manga I can hold.
Yeah, I'll post in the Discord on my Instagram. Just I'm trying to think. You've done pretty well. Like I'm trying to think of like the baskets in London and the London Forbidden Planet. They're quite deep, so you can get a lot of manga in them, and they have a good sale section, so I can get a lot of manga in that. And often you won't use the wheels; you just carry it.
Just carry it.
But why?
It don't get like stuck in the aisles. It's easier to use if I've got it in my hand rather than dragging it behind me.
Got it in your hand, carrying it like this with like 30 volumes in it.
It is a bit narrow, the aisles.
That's oh my god.
Planet.
What are your feelings towards baskets now in the Forbidden Planet International in Leeds?
I like that they have them. Because they didn't used to, and you just have to like hold the manga in your hands the entire time. Just holding like 30 volumes.
That has happened. Like, that's not even an exaggeration. Do you remember that time when we went with James and Daria and like I picked up so many I couldn't hold them anymore, so I set them down on like a stand next to you, and you and James stayed there to chat. And then when I went off and picked up more, when I came back, we were picking the stack up, and James was like, "Oh my god, I thought that was a display stand with how much manga was stacked there, not just my haul."
And that was just what you were picking up.
That was just what I was picking up. I remember correctly, they had a big amount on that day, because I remember all the manga I purchased. Honest lie, not fibbing. I think I had a big stack of Tagami Baki, and I was like, this is starting to get hard to find. I want to be able to get it when I can. So I think I picked up like 9 volumes, and that was a reason why I bulked it out.
I think you did that with Strobe Edge once as well, didn't you?
Strobe Edge, yeah, because they had 3 to 10. They had, I mean, is it volume 4 or volume 6 of Strobe Edge that is just, you can't find anymore. You might be able to now, but this was back in 2020? It was years ago.
Yeah, sometime.
And like, I lost my shit a little looking at it, because I was like, we're going to be good, And I was telling you, like, I'm going to be good, and only pick a few up. And then I, like, without a word, walked straight up to a shelf and pulled off 8 volumes of manga, and you were like, I thought you were being good.
But it's Strobe Edge.
Like, do you not know how hard this series is to find? And you're like, that's not being good. In my defense, though, I did show you some of the prices of later volumes. I did good. For some reason it won't load my spreadsheet. But you DM me with a volume. It won't load. That's weird. I'll test that after this. I hope. No, to be fair, I worry it's a bit big. Sometimes opening it in a browser can often crash now because of how big it is. I don't know if that's a flex or not. It's a concern. I have to use it in desktop. I can't even open it in a browser anymore. So maybe this is a problem with me sharing a public version nowadays. Tears of the Kingdom is amazing. It is! Oh my god. I kept putting off. We finally, like, did the final story bit, beat the big end boss last night. But I'd been putting it off because part of me was like, I want to 100% everything else. I want to do all the shrines, upgrade all my gear, do all the quests. But it was like, well, you've got Final Fantasy 16 coming out next week, and you're like, I want to finish the story before that comes out.
Yeah.
And we'd been kind of trying to play the story in sync because, like, both enjoy Zelda. We didn't, because we've been playing, like, both down here, like, one of us on the TV and one of us on a monitor, so we can see each other playing. We didn't want one person to do some cutscenes and the other person to catch it, to not spoil it for each other.
Yeah.
So we're kind of doing it in tandem. It's really nice.
Yep.
Except I like, really leveled up my Master Sword and you didn't, so things, like, took me way quicker and I had to keep, like, pausing and waiting for you.
Yeah. It's become kind of an art now that we press the A button at the same time so the cutscene is playing sync.
Because of Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
You get so excited when they're in sync, especially when both our characters do, like, an emotion at the same time.
And you can, like, see the differences.
And they couldn't do that at the same time, the little nod. I've had, like, Final Fantasy 14 withdrawals. I've been missing it. I dreamt about it last night. I dreamt I was in the Ruby Sea. I don't know why the Ruby Sea.
It might be just playing the music. It's affecting your dreams.
I do play it to sleep. I just want to hear the nighttime music again. That's all I want. But why the Ruby Sea? It's not even the best piece of music. Area music. But I think I've decided I'll do all the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom, and I'll do a bunch of the side quests, and then I'll probably start to move. I mean, I'm going to lose, like, any TV or anything. I'm going to lose you for weeks to playing Final Fantasy 16. So I'm just going to be sat there reading and playing games, because I've gotten so far ahead of my videos that I don't have much else to film. Film one more video, and I'm filmed to mid-August. I'm so happy. And the Isekai ones. I'm not counting those, they're bonus. Oh, we need to build the shelves tomorrow. That's tomorrow's goal. To try and build some shelves.
And it's also Father's Day.
And it's also Father's Day, which me and my sister definitely didn't forget. We're going to have tea. So we'll figure something out. Manga lifting competition. Manga weightlifting.
People post how many manga they can.
Did you
just
see
get
it?
really thin volumes.
Well, no, thin volumes is cheating.
Have to get a standard viz.
What's the standard viz?
180 pages.
But we're gonna be what about like different? If it's printed in different countries, is it like different weights? Isn't
Italian prints.
Are Italian prints lighter or heavier? The thinner, but are they?
I'd assume the thinner because they're using thinner paper.
This is. We'll need to come up with some official rules. I'm feeling
A board.
a
And
board.
judges.
Who would like to be on the manga weightlifting panel? But do you not think we should have like manga Olympics?
Manga Olympics.
Manga Olympics. Yes, 100-meter dash to the sail section.
In 9.7 seconds.
Just think of like all the exercise you got from carrying the manga up to the bedroom. Carrying manga upstairs was hard.
I think I got like 2 badges on Fitbit because I ended up doing 200 floors in a day, carrying all the manga up.
I was gonna say we could have like what else? Fastest plastic wrap unwrap. Quickest time to get plastic wrap off a manga.
Quickest unboxing.
Yeah. Most stylish unboxing as well.
JoJo pose.
Bonus points if your haul is just JoJo manga.
Which then can't be used in the weightlifting competition.
No, hardbacks are...
Is that a separate category?
That hardbacks can be like, you've got like lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, but instead of talking about the person, it talks about the manga. So lightweight manga is like... What's a lightweight manga? It's a really thin 7Cs. And then medium weight is like bog standard viz, yen press. And then you got heavyweight, which is like your large print volumes. And then you got your...
Berserk special edition.
You start benching. Why did you buy the Berserk edition, like collected editions, when you've already got the singles? Well, Ben wanted to do some bench presses.
I need someone to spot me while I lift the Berserk volumes.
Every time they bring another one out, you die a little. And what about the Helsing? Oh, and the girl from the other... Oh, we're going to have so many categories. Ooh. I think hardbacks would be... I think hardbacks, they wouldn't shift as much as well.
Yeah.
Manga triple jump stack of manga, you vault over without knocking them over. That is also good. I always knock my manga over. Oh, like a manga stacking competition. How high can you stack a manga stack before it falls over?
Manga Jenga.
Remember when I stacked all my One Piece? And I learned that I'm exactly 94 volumes of One Piece tall. Was it 94 or 96?
I don't remember.
It was 90. It was like... But that wobbles.
You also did that reel where you like laid them end on end.
I want to redo that because I really made me giggle. I was like giggling while I'm editing it. The longest series that you own. Let's do. Tiffany! Oh my gosh! You're watching it, Hanada. Are you on your way back? Has it been 3 weeks? Oh my god! Have you had a nice time? I've enjoyed all the food pictures. It's made me very jealous.
And the manga pictures.
I mean, yeah, but the food, yeah, but I can like, if I really wanted to, I could post manga to me. So that some of the private pictures Tiffany messaged of the manga, like you got very excited. You're like, where's that from? You ask her, just ask her where that's from. You just drop her a message, ask her where that's from. That
Is that Akihabara?
Can you find out the address of that place from that picture? Okay, Ben.
Reasons.
A bit needy, don't you think? Christ alive. yes, I hope you've had fun. I hope your travelling's going well. I can't believe watching from an airport. You're waiting for a flight, I assume. Wait, why would you have gone to the airport if you're not waiting for a flight? What am I chatting? Maybe they've got like an amusement. I don't know. We need a video 100% dedicated to our Queen and Saviour Comey and Lord Tadano. Oh my gosh, what did you think? What did you think of the last couple of volumes of Comey without spoilers?
I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the Comey romance more than the Saviour's Book Cafe romance. On a scale of romances, even though that's like a high school romance, it was just more fun. Especially because it's like also a comedy.
That's fine, what that is. We can discuss this later. Count me in on the panel. Ooh, Manga Extreme couponing. Yes. Who can find the best discount code? Such as Caketinz on Sci-Fi for 10% off. I don't think anything will get me past LE20 on brand new though.
No.
That was a golden time. Remember that unboxing I did where I just had like I was most distraught because I found out because I had a volume in my basket and I didn't do it quick enough. Which one? I think it was Blue Lock 5? Are you interested in trying Blue Lock?
Not really.
Why?
Well, it's a football manga that's pretty much just a battle shonen. I could just read an actual battle shonen. I've still got all the Bleach to go through. I've still got Dragon Ball to go through.
Okay, so when you've done
I've got Berserk to go through.
when you've done Bleach, Dragon Ball, and Berserk,
Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer.
don't read Demon Slayer. After you've read all of those at a rate of one volume a week, so by the time you're 40, will you try Blue Lock?
No, there might be more Viz shonen then.
Might
I've
be.
not
I
read
don't
My
know
Hero
at the
'cause I've just been watching it.
at the rate they're cancelling it. I don't think there will be. Nothing seems to get past like 3-4 volumes nowadays. Yeah. So what other like Olympic events could we have?
In the Manga Olympics.
Manga Olympics. Speed reading potentially, but then you have to do a pop quiz on the volume to make sure you actually took it in.
But then you just like speed read gone.
No. You don't get to choose what you speed read. That's the point. You turn up and we give you something.
That's not gone.
No. How? What question? There's a dinosaur. Look at him go.
Just a picture book.
They're all
the Mr.
picture
Bean
books,
of manga.
Ben. No, you turn up and we go, here's your volume, read this, pop quiz afterwards. Is that really an Olympic sport? Does that justify being in the Manga Olympics? Manlympics? No, that doesn't. Manga Olympics. What do you think? I don't really want to include something like a javelin or a long throw or something. Who wants to toss manga?
I'm trying to think if there's any equivalent of like just combat sports or
Combat
football or tennis or anything that isn't just track and field.
We could have like, instead of flower arranging, it's manga arranging. Like here's a shelf of manga. Organize it to make it look pretty.
Could do.
And there's like a box to the side with like stuff from B&M and Poundland.
Manga gymnastics. I don't know how you'd incorporate it.
You have to keep the manga like flat while you do your routine. Who needs gym when you carry manga up and downstairs? See, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're really excited when we do more manga reorganizing tomorrow. And half of this needs to go upstairs. Of which none of you can see, but there's shelves of stuff that needs to go away, and a lot of it needs to go upstairs.
10 shelves worth, so that's like a billion a bit.
Oh, what?
A billion a bit.
Oh, a billion? I thought you said a billion. I was like, not yet.
It's like a billion manga.
Not yet. Where do I go after the bedroom?
That's for you to decide.
What do you mean that's for me to decide?
That's
I want to take the radiator out in the living room. I don't know.
do like the Highland games where you do like a big log toss, but with just stacks of manga.
But they'll flutter.
Plastic wrap the entire stack.
That's the first part of the stage. You have to get your cling film. Cling film your manga. Oh dear. Oh, have you noticed the roll of cling film in the kitchen's nearly run out? I bought that roll in 2014.
It's going strong.
Can we make it stretch out another 6 months so it'll be 10-year-old cling film? There really isn't much left, though. The Inuyasha Viz Bigs are really heavy. That's what I mean. I think we need, like, multiple categories. But do you separate hardbacks from regular? I think do you do it by weight, size? Maybe we could have a category which is just misc. You don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, there's a collector's Hellsing, but also there's like a few volumes of like
Lone Wolf and Cub. It's just all different sizes.
Yeah, it's like, and it's not like an evenly weighted stack either. That's Oof. The ideas are churning. This would make a great YouTube video. Actually, no, would it? Would it? To me, it would.
What would be the manga equivalent of a triathlon? You could do like a relay.
You could like run to the store, find the volume, read it, review it. No.
I feel like that's just manga supermarket sweep.
How cool would that be?
I feel like that's big YouTuber money. You set up a studio with manga.
That's the dream. That is the dream. Manga sweepstake. Carrying manga sounds more fun than the gym. I feel like you kind of forget, like, moving stuff around, like moving and huffing books around, like, it is quite hard going. But you still got a smile on your face.
Because it's all manga.
It's all manga. Oh. Though I think the main bit I don't like is having to go up and down the ladder. That's the hard, like, carrying it around and stuff. It's going up and down the ladder.
Yeah.
Because it's quite high. Often. Oh, you're on your way back to Hong Kong first, then the UK? You wanted to extend your trip in Japan? Oh, no. So, do that trip. Do that trip. We'll all go over and gorge. You desperately want to go?
Yep.
We've set, like, a rough when we think we might try and go. Just need to stop buying manga and save. Faku heaven over there. That's the thing. What would happen if, like, I bought loads of those sort of volumes and that's, like, all that's in my suitcase? What if they found it? What if they opened it and had a look and it was just boing?
I'm sure I've seen weirder at an airport.
True. Have you ever watched those, like, TV shows where it's like Border Patrol, Border Control?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I love those and see some of the very strange things people are like. I don't understand why I couldn't bring back a kilo of like fish and prawn and poison or something like that. There was one where they'd like brought back like axes, homemade axes, and they're like, oh, I didn't think it was an issue because I had made it. What? Farmers Carry, but with manga box sets. Yep. But then which box set? Because like Sweat and Soap Part 1 box set is not the same as like a Bleach box set. Is there a box set of the Berserk Collector's Edition?
Maybe eventually.
Oh my god, that would definitely be a sport, picking that up. Synchronized volume reading. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Shelf decorating and space management. I would be not even eligible for space management.
It's like manga Tetris.
Yeah.
If someone throws combinations of manga at you.
Here's a series, and you put it away, and then here's another series. You put that away, and then here's another series.
You've got it all nice. Surprise, it's Bleach hardback.
Bleach.
Not Bleach, Berserk.
Oh my god. Let's say you've announced a new license without anyone knowing. Oh my gosh. Dancing over manga instead of swords. Shop relay race to complete a 4-volume set. Ooh. Why am I'm responding like I'm actually taking these on board? Maybe one day. Maybe. Should we do it one day?
A manga Olympics.
A manga Olympics.
Yeah.
You heard him offering to fund it and everything.
The prize is a John Williams cutout.
This is when I'm gonna rig it and not allow anyone else to compete. I used to buy one of those.
Get some wacky racist tier stuff going on.
Everyone can have like team names and make their own flags.
Get the whole opening ceremony.
Do we represent countries or like demographics or genres or
series or something?
Here we have the One Piece fans. Followed.
And they've actually got a flag.
They have many.
Yeah.
Followed by like the Nana fans. Oh, there's a bit of fight going on down there. Quick, pull the shonen and shoujo fans apart. Who let them come in next to each other?
The Evangelion fangs have split into two. Why? The Asuka fans and the Rei fans.
The ReZero fans are all dressed up as Rem.
There's no Ram to be seen.
There is a sea of blue. Oh dear. Yeah, you cosplay as your favourite character and that's who you walk out as.
I mean, there was a few people, because the Olympics were in Tokyo last time, there was plenty of anime references from like athletes. There was a guy came out and did like the Frankie pose.
Oh yeah. Well,
I can't remember what event that was.
He wasn't Japanese either, was he? He was from
Yeah, he was from somewhere else.
Other countries doing
and then there was like the football tournament where Japan did just genuinely have an anime moment.
Blue Lock came true. I mean, they also played like anime music as they walked out, didn't they? I mean, you remember we were down here watching it and we were like doing something else at the same time, and I was like, "Why are you playing Dragon Quest music? I'm trying to watch the ceremony." You were like, "No, that's not me." Then they were just playing the Dragon Quest fanfare as as they walked out. Like, oh my god!
I feel like it's fairly common as well in like the figure skating. Someone does an anime song.
Yeah, it's really common. Has there been Yuri on Ice? That must have done a few. I remember. I remember now the guy doing the Frankie pose, and I remember there were quite a few people who did different things, but I don't remember what they did now.
No, there was a fair few.
I'll have to go and find. There'll be a list somewhere. How far can you toss a bad manga across a field? I feel like that could get contentious. What do you mean by a bad manga? Who determines the bad manga? What if someone competes and the bad manga that's been chosen is their favorite manga? Are they allowed to like sit out and not partake because they don't want do they get like, can they choose a different volume? Do we have a set of series to choose from? We've got so many rules to define.
You need a board.
We need a board.
And
If you're interested in joining the Manga Olympics board, please drop a message in the Dudettes Discord and chat and chill some qualifications about why you think you're worthwhile being on the board, and we'll sort of get something sorted. Am I actually going to do this?
The first member of the IMC, the International Manga Olympics Committee.
Ooh, we need a logo. And instead of like 5 rings, it's just
the Dragon Balls or something.
I think I should film this as a video, but it's just you doing all of the different...
All the events.
All the events. It's just Ben running up and down the stairs with a stack of manga. Oh my goodness. Oh, a manga scavenger hunt. That just sounds fun to do when we do our Leeds trip, to be honest, if people are interested. Or maybe I could do that. Maybe I get set. Because I was trying to decide with like the Leeds trip if I film a video or not. And I think I might, but then purposefully try and not get anyone in it unless they explicitly say to me they're happy to be in it. But maybe that could be a fun thing to do. Moving away for a brief moment from the International Manga Olympics, that could be a fun thing to do. Just like set myself a few things I need to pick up based on people attending, and I have to try and do that checklist for the trip. I think that might be fun. I think I'll actually do that, and then we'll... I'll come back to that, though. Back to the Manga Olympics, you know, the important thing that we are all here for. Do I have to have some medals made? You fund that as well?
I'm not sure it's that expensive to make medals up.
From gold?
Well, if you're doing gold medals, then obviously, but to just make, like, there are plenty of places that make medals.
You heard him. I'll film once I've calmed down a bit the Isekai month. I'll film the Manga Olympics, and that can go up sometime in July. Once we've concreted out some events. I need to have a full list of events to make Ben do. Late joining, will you say this like usual? Yeah, probably. I don't think I've said anything that could... I'd have to take it down, have I? Have you?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. We should be good to leave it up, I think. Oh my gosh, I think if they did release the Berserk, I tried to say Berserk and Deluxe in one word, Berserk Deluxe editions in a chest, I would buy that. Oh my god. There's nothing better than a good chest, don't you think?
And then you could bury it as part of the Manga Olympics. And then you have to find the treasure. And more appropriate if it was One Piece.
Even more fun, I don't even bury it like anywhere near me. I go on like an 8-hour train journey. And then I come back, dirty hands, like, off you go. It's in an 8-hour radius of where we live.
Here is the riddle.
I'm fairly sure you can get to mainland Europe in 8 hours quite easily from here.
Yeah.
So.
If the planes and trains are working.
If the planes and trains are working. I would fly to the UK just to join in. This is I can't believe we're turning this into. This is gonna be great. I'm so excited now. first annual, because we can't just do it once. First annual Manga Olympics, international. If one person can join in from abroad, it becomes international. And I don't think Hull counts, unfortunately.
It's practically another country, but it's
basically not. Is. It is, though. You and your chip spiders and made-up words. You've been down to compete. We've got a southerner as well. That's also another country. That makes it international, right? You will represent Finland again? Kitsune, calm yourself. Calm yourself.
It's another point that the athletes need, like, outfits representing their country.
Kitsune represents Finland, and it's just she just attaches like footballs cut in half and spray painted green. Do you think on buying less manga in the future because of space money, I'll continue the best you can and get rid of all the less favourites, just space new ones, or get a bigger house for manga? So to be blunt, I have space for a concerningly large amount of manga. The issue is just figuring out the best place to continue putting bookcases. I think it's the best way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't intend to stop, slow down, or sell off any yet. No, that's not true. I do intend to slow down a bit, or buy more secondhand, because I mean, I feel like I've been buying such good rates secondhand. I've been spending less money but getting more manga. So I know it looks worse, but it's not. Honest. Everyone starts taking pictures with each other and it turns into a cosplay event. Could that be an event? Could that be?
I mean, cosplay account.
Cosplay? No, but what's the event? Is it the cosplay or the photography?
Both.
Both. But are they separate events or are they combined? Because what you kind of rely on each other for good. You need, I don't know.
I feel like if for a photography event, you'd have to take pictures of the same thing for it to be fair.
True.
So just whoever wins the cosplay competition becomes the subject of the photography event.
Unwillingly. It's what you've signed up for. All these contracts everyone needs to sign before they turn up.
And our release forms.
It's okay. Entry requirement is just one volume of manga that I do not already own. Manga diving. Dive into a ball pit and grab the volumes of manga hidden. I did want to get a ball pit.
What kind of ball? How big are we talking?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just think, we could put it in here. Could easily get it to like the waist. Maybe. We'd have to put some form of guard around the door.
What, just like not restrict any, just start filling the room?
Yeah. You look excited. You look thrilled. It'll be great fun. The Zelda manga hardcovers came in a chest, kinda. Yes, I think they did. Yeah, they did. Did they? Was it the manga or was that the like? The game guides, because I think the game guides also came in like a chest thing, but the game guides, if you got them individually, they came with like a bonus something, but if you got them in the chest, they didn't come with them. And I wanted all the cloth maps that they came with, so I didn't get the chest in the end. I just went for them individually, so I could get the cloth maps, which I've still not mounted. I need to get frames to mount them.
Yep.
I'm telling you so I don't forget. But you'll forget as well. We'll both forget.
We just need to try and remember next time we're in like somewhere that
Wilco's.
sounds, yeah,
Wilco's.
or Home Bargains or B&M or something. The Range.
The Range. When was the last time we went to the Range? I need to get fairy lights for the new shelves in the corner.
Yep.
Will they sell fairy lights this time of year? I've not tried. I don't know.
Only one way to find out.
Fight?
Oh, just go to the Range.
Oh, that
and
too.
try not to fight people.
Darn it. We need impartial referees. I'm an impartial referee. For what? Ben's probably pretty impartial, but he's partaking in the events. I don't think I wouldn't work with it.
No, it depends on the event. Do I get into all the events?
Yes. You're like, you know when you play a mini game in Mario Party and it like you get a little preview of a character play the game so you know how to play it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing.
Is that my role?
That is your role.
To demonstrate.
You demonstrate / help us eliminate the games that are too dangerous for everyone else to play.
Okay. I'll brave the Manga Olympics frontier.
I'm sure you're really excited because this is going to happen now.
Actually going to happen.
It's actually going to happen.
I need to train, I guess.
Or do a Rocky montage.
Just that. Yeah, just a manga equivalent of the Rocky montage. I feel like most of that is just running and or punching things.
With like banging music. Just get a paddling pool and turn that into a ball pit. No, it needs to be deeper. Deeper. You're from the US, so you can help with the international bit. US is international. I think the US is more international than Hull, you know.
Just a bit.
Question on Hull.
We have American chip spice, which is not in the slightest way American.
Or Hull.
Or Hull.
Oh my gosh, it's getting super exciting now. Just need people to determine their series, what series represents them. And it doesn't have to necessarily be your favourite series, but whichever series you want to be, whatever series you want to represent in the Manga Olympics, we're good. And if you're the only one, that's also fine.
I was trying to think of the weirdest manga you could represent.
Like...
And the Booty Royale. That'd be a weird manga to represent, wouldn't it?
That actually has
vague relevance.
Vague relevant in sports.
But that kind of stops after like the first volume.
Have you read the second one?
Yeah.
There is some. She still does martial arts. Just in a... Yeah. I know, what would be a weird one to represent?
A Junji manga. What did you represent?
No, I'm banning all horror from the Manga Olympics. I'm gonna use my sway as founder, co-founder, producer to.
How weird can the Faku get before that's banned? Can you represent Metamorphosis?
I think we need like a post-Olympic adult manga.
Manga Olympics Code Black.
This could get weird. I think we need to stop. How would you represent like? I bet we get a lot of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and the One Piece.
And One Piece, Naruto. We'll get all the Naruto characters. We'll like
waving the flag like behind them somehow.
Again, acting like this is actually going to happen. Fish from manga, but randomly find a cat at the bottom. Probably. I swear, sometimes you're just like walking along and like, where'd the cat come from? I swear they were like 2 floors away. just cleaning yourself. If people brought mangas along, then if people brought cats along, it also becomes a lot more likely to just find a cat.
Especially like cats in cosplay. Manga cosplay.
As in the cats themselves, or people cosplaying as cats?
No, the cats themselves. Put them in like a hat and things. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like manga cats.
Manga cats.
The only thing that's coming to mind is that cat from Soul Eater that's actually a witch.
Sailor Moon has cats.
Oh yeah.
Man and his cat has a cat. I can see a cat manga from here. Actually, it's not that hard. Where's the seas? Oh no, it's behind the armchair. There's a bunch of cat manga behind the seas.
Cat gamer.
Cat gamer.
There's not really a lot to cosplay with, just like regular cat stuff.
Dare you? They tried. Pandora Hearts also came in a chest. I'm still a bit mad about that, considering you couldn't buy it outside the US. It was super pretty, though. I still kind of want the singles, but I do think the box set was super pretty. But yes, that did come in a chest. I watched whose was it? Profitaku's room tour, and he had his on like display. It looks so pretty. Ugh, it's a man. I'm not jealous. I'm not mad. Yeah. Blindfolded guess the publisher. I like that. Try and guess based on like
the size and weight and
the feel, and then you use your like cheat powers to try and feel the logo on the spine.
I can feel the ISBN. I know exactly what volume this is.
The corner's chipped. It's a Caketinz.
I can feel the Italian print.
I can feel it's a weird shape. It's vertical.
Berserk hardback would probably give itself away.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you could differentiate. Could you differentiate between a Berserk hardback and a Hellsing hardback?
Are they the same publisher?
Yep.
Would it matter? If we're guessing the publisher.
Oh, that's true. No, guess the series.
Can you guess the difference between a Vinland Saga and a JoJo?
I bet you could. I feel like we need to test this out after this. Or maybe we'll do a video, or we'll do a stream of doing the Manga Olympics. We just line Ben up to do all of this while you watch, and then you can
Start with the opening ceremony.
rate him. What, you walking in on your own in cosplay?
And a flag.
We'll get you a flag. What would you cosplay as? What series would you represent?
I don't know what series I would represent.
You're
Final Fantasy Lost Stranger.
No, I was gonna say you're equally a big Isekai fan like me. Would you not do Overlord?
Could do. I don't know how
complicated
complicated that cosplay would be.
Ain's cosplay.
I'm now a skeleton.
How tall is he? Like full. Like,
Yeah, like 9 foot or something.
I'm like here ready to film. I've got the music going. You're like, Caitlin, I can't fit through the doorway. Oh no.
Just shuffling sideways.
Oh dear. Blue Lock fans show up and actually expect for sports. If like any Blue Lock haiku, what other sports manga is there? Kuroko's basketball. They actually start playing sports. I think we need to ban them.
Grand Blue Dreaming, that's a sports manga, right?
Is that sports manga my arse? If drinking is a sport. I've gone blank on sports manga now. Slam dunk.
Slam dunk.
Is that basketball?
I assume so.
So slam dunk and we could pit same sports mangas against each other. So Kuroko's basketball versus slam dunk. Who wins?
That just sounds like a ChatGPT video.
Ooh. What's the sports? Blue Box is slightly sporty. They play badminton-ish. I like badminton.
There wasn't a manga of that ping pong anime, was there? That was just an anime.
There's a ping pong manga.
Oh, okay.
They're like heavy, big ones. So I've never picked them up because they're expensive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's another sport.
What, ping pong?
I don't know what they compete against.
Is there another ping pong? Need to start accumulating them. We can make them fight. I like the thought of this.
Which sports manga wins?
The only problem is once you've done like the basketball versus the basketball, and then they move up, and then the basketball is like against football, which just gets a bit weird on the pitch.
There's just an awful lot for the basketball players to run to reach the goal.
But you can only do the stuff from the sport you're playing. So footballers still have to kick it and can't use their hands, and the basketballers
bounce off of grass, which isn't that bouncy.
I'm sure we can like find a material that works for both.
I feel like this is getting more complicated than it.
Now it's getting more complicated than it's worth. Do you not think that's a good idea? And then you just have like an ultimate sport by the end. It just gets weird when you've got like football versus like badminton.
And then the winner ends up being some kind of weird invented sport.
I think even if we don't do the Manga Olympics, this just sounds like an excellent sporting idea.
Food Wars is the winner.
Where does Food Wars appear from?
It's kind of a sport because it's a competition. Yu-Gi-Oh is a sport.
Blue Lock versus Yu-Gi-Oh. They're running along and they fall down a trap.
They've gone to the Shadow Realm.
Is that a yellow card?
No, we'll leave that to the independent referee.
Who's that? Is that you?
I don't know.
We still, I still haven't checked the Discord. If there's been many applications yet, maybe hundreds of applications, and I've not seen them yet.
Inundated.
It just turned into a very strange. Forget all these like other manga tube crossover collabs, stuff like that. There's nothing compared to the grand Manga Olympics. Even better than the real Olympics, some say. Some say the Manga Olympics is the most costly event in the history of man.
It definitely sounds like a challenge to put on. How do you handle the Manga Olympic Village?
Or putting a bunch of weebs in one place together. Oh dear.
Beds made out of manga.
Plenty of showers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's going to be a different... I don't think we're going to have the same issue that the real Olympic Village might have.
No.
Recently bought all of Witch's Printing Office. Yay! They are a bit pricey. I mean, I keep seeing them on sale too. Which, duh. I mean, my friend gave me her volume because she didn't enjoy it. I was very sad. Very sad. I think it's great, and that's all that matters. You can represent Portugal. Yay! This is starting to get really international. Oh my goodness gracious me. Cats in cosplay for the closing. Yes! Yes, that's a great idea. What would Yuna... Yuna could dress up as Yuna.
Get a bear outfit for a cat.
Bear onesie. Little mittens.
Yep.
I can't believe she slept the whole time. And she's got a little paws dangling off. Off opening ceremony, we can have Man and his cat playing the piano anthem for us manga readers. Yes, these are all such good ideas. We need to make it happen. Are you concerned if your kitty's peeing on the bottom rows of manga? No, I don't think. No,
They've been quite good.
they've been quite good. They like to chew on the fairy lights. That's the main issue. I have rejigged it a bit. I don't think I have any like hard to find or out of print series on the bottom shelves anywhere.
Yeah. You specifically moved GTO up to the top shelf.
Yeah, I did. No, they're pretty good. Besides the first week of them being here, I don't think there's been any accidents.
No.
That we know of. Yeah, they're pretty good. Mostly, we have like because I was really paranoid and they kept going in odd places. We set up multiple litter trays. I think there's a few around the house. Just they don't have an excuse, but they are pretty good. They are pretty good.
Yeah, I think when we first got them, we got like a giant litter tray, and then they went in the box for the litter tray rather than the litter tray.
Oh yeah, we got a big cardboard box that the litter tray came in, and then they kept peeing in the cardboard box that the litter tray was in, and not the litter tray. But once we binned it, they were good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Shoujo show jumping. Oh my gosh. Are you excited to have a go at doing all these, Ben?
Am I going to have to show jump
Yes.
to demonstrate to the horses?
I have a name.
Manga dressage.
Yes. Well, that's almost like cosplay, isn't it? Is that what we call it? It's not cosplay, it's manga dressage. Dick Fight Island Jewel. That's going to be a bit tricky for Ben to demonstrate on his own, to be fair, though.
Yeah, that's really a multiple person sport.
Not for me, though.
You might be able to get away with, like, those inflatable tube men.
I thought you were going to mention that thing I'd found on Amazon. The chat that we've got with Jim's Dairy.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say the John Williams cutout.
But you can do a DFI duel with the John Williams cut if you want. I don't.
It'd be embarrassing if I lost.
That would be a recording just for me. That's not a public manga Olympic.
That's not even a Patreon video.
It's not even a Patreon. That is you have to come to my house and I might show you off my phone. Sing that theme song? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know any. Oh, I know Rising of Shield Hero because you watched that with me in the room.
And that's got a bit of a catchy bop.
I'm lost after that. Oh, and Food Wars. I watched Food Wars. I don't know after that. I don't even know any One Piece.
No.
Themes. Oh, I know the Fairy Tail theme. Because there was that that remix that I really liked.
Yeah.
That then got claimed on all my Instagram reels and I got really upset. Right, I think, unless anyone has any other burning questions, this might be a good time to wrap up. It's close to 10:30. Ben's getting sleepy. So he's drooping. But have you enjoyed yourself, Ben?
I have enjoyed myself. Been fun. We've invented an entire sporting league.
I can't wait. I've got so many ideas, so many plans. I'm gonna have to go and seek investment.
I feel like we've added to the law now.
To the law. Oh yeah, the winner of the Grand Manga Olympics wins one fair maiden that is tied up in my basement. But then you have to deal with them. So pros and cons, I suppose.
You know what I've just realised?
What?
All this Manga Olympics, and we've not had a single mention of isekai.
How would you incorporate isekai?
I don't know. There's like Exodrive.
There is Exodrive, which is literally an isekai sport. We could do that. Best run over by truck con. How do I film that of you? I just push you out into the street.
We may have taken this idea a little too far.
Maybe we have to film that as the last one, because you won't be able to do the others after that.
Unless I survive, I'm not taking the risk. I'm not.
You end up in another world, and you get rich by making the Manga Olympics real. Yes. Thank you everyone for joining. I think it has been fun. I've got so many ideas. This is great. It's so great. Great thing. You had fun, didn't you?
I did have fun.
Would you do it again?
Sure. If people have more questions.
Or maybe you just like, chatting with me.
Just hanging out.
With me.
With you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm so sad. You could sound a bit more enthusiastic spending some time with me.
I'm always enthusiastic to spend time with you.
Oh, that's really disgusting. Yes, thank you so much for joining. If you haven't joined the server, do be sure to join. Maybe conversation will continue there if people have thrown ideas in there. And yeah, maybe you'll see a Manga Olympic video in the next couple of months as Ben bench presses something.
An amount of manga.
Yeah, I think we need to come up with the categories and like definitions and stuff. I mean, you can't be an independent judge or anything. It'll have to be me.
Yep. Unbiased referee.
I am so unbiased. I don't know what that looks for. I don't like this attitude of yours. Yes, thank you for joining. Everyone have a good night. If I can find where the end stream button is. There it is. Bye bye.